Hi, my name's Jen. Welcome to my channel, All My Plants. Today I'm doing plant chores, and it's a variety of stuff. We're going to do some pest checking, some repotting, some leaf wiping, some moss topping, all the things, and some watering, because I have an air conditioner in this room. It's just a window unit, but it also does like dry, comfort mode, fan. And I guess one of the cats stepped on the remote, which I have a habit of leaving on the table, and it's been set to dry for over a week. I thought it was just fan because it's been slightly cooler here, so I didn't expect the air conditioner to be running. So I thought it was just on fan mode. It's been on dry, so everything is so dry, and I just watered it 3 days ago. But yeah, so I'm going to get that out of the way first. If you want to skip it, I'll put some timestamps in. You're just going to basically see me dragging a lot of plants out of this room while I listen to an audiobook. Okay, if I sound weird, I apologize. It's because there's a fan and an air conditioner blowing at me, and I'm using noise reduction. I've realized that watering the plants means that they have to sit and drain for a while in the bathtub before I can bring them back. So I'm gonna do something else while I wait for the first, I don't know, it might be a dozen or so plants to dry. I've got a bunch of stuff on this table down here, which you'll see in just a moment, because we're gonna check for flat mites on the new Hoya. It's Hoya insularis, Hoya odorata, and Hoya, is it Calistophylla, black cat? I'm not sure. It doesn't say on there, but I think that's what that is. So those three, because they're the new ones. And we might check an old one because I've sprayed it already, and we're just going to look at it and kind of see what we see. And I will pop up the microscope on here so you can see what I see. As soon as I make some room to get myself in here, I've got a bunch of plants sitting on this desk. I know you can't see, but there's a table down here with a bunch of stuff on it that needs my attention in one way or another. I just kind of heaped it up today, so I'm going to move it for the moment. I've got somebody coming to do my grass, and my dog is going to lose his mind. He already has been, because he was here a little while ago. I guess he left to go get gasoline for a weed whacker, because neither my husband nor I, like, we'll mow the grass all day. We have, I think, 3.5 acres. We'll mow the grass all day, but neither one of us wants to weed whack. I have sensory issues or something. I can't stand the way it feels. And my husband just doesn't like it. Maybe it's the same thing. Maybe he doesn't like the way it feels either. All right, I'm going to point you down, and we're going to see what we see. Okay, let's see if I can get this set up. All right, if I can get this moved over here. I have no idea what the magnification's set to, but we'll adjust as necessary. Necessary. We're going to look right up in the nooks and crannies, because that's usually the most suspicious places. And so far it's looking good. This is the one that came from Thomas Gardens, and it's not that I don't trust these nurseries and greenhouses, it's just that I've had a lot of bad experiences. I'll probably spray these anyway. If I can focus. And we're looking for flat mites, and you'll know if we see them because they're pretty bright orange. Pretty bright orange. Oh, that's my finger. That leaf's looking pretty good. That's one of the older leaves. Let's look at this newer one. It might be golden. I will spray it at least once, though, as I say, because I'm just so over the flat mites. There's 2 cuttings in here, so let's look at this cutting down here. Don't break off the new leaf, preferably. That's real blurry. Good job, Jen. I don't see anything moving on here. Okay, so that's the black cat, Hoya black cat from Thomas Gardens, and it's got a clean bill of health. I'm sorry, I don't know why it's not focusing. Which way do I move it? This way? There we go. Maybe it's focusing. The lighter colored leaves, there's nothing wrong with them. They're just lighter colored for whatever reason. Did I look at the back of that? Paranoia, y'all. There's some dirt. It does have like obvious dirt and stuff on the back of it. Like where it's been touching the soil. Not a big deal. I haven't washed it, haven't repotted it, haven't done anything. It's just been sitting off to itself. Okay, so I'm going to consider those good, or that one good. It could be next to other plants that exist. This is Hoya odorata, and this one came from Peppers in Milton, Delaware. And we're going to look at it because, once again, as I say, I am very paranoid. Oh. Check out the stem real good. And I'm not seeing anything here to make me nervous so far. I'm not sure what the magnification I have on this is, but it goes up to 1,000. And I got it on the Amazons. We're going to check this leaf over here. It's a different cutting. I'm checking around the stem a lot because they really seem to like to hang out there. Not the only place I've found them, but sorry, out of focus. Definitely the most common place I seem to find them. Sorry, I'm just looking at those spots wondering, is that something that's dead? Because it's been recently sprayed, but I don't see anything that looks like eggs or check some newer growth or anything like that either, so. And I don't spend a lot of time like checking. I'm just constantly kind of doom scrolling a leaf. All right, so that's the back of a few leaves. Let's look at the front of a few. Water spots. Like calcium deposits, maybe. Bring that into focus. Yeah, I don't see anything on this one either. Maybe let's check the stem junction right here. I see something orange there. Maybe see it at the bottom center. I don't know why the light's flickering. Oop, wrong way. So this one, it looks okay, but I'm still suspicious anytime I see anything orange. That's my finger through there. That's my fingy. That's my own fingy. It's really hard to tell because they do kind of lay eggs in like the cracks and crevices that you see there. But it's bright orange. My fingers are disgusting. Oh, sorry, don't look at that. Alright, I think it's probably okay. It looks okay. I'm gonna spray it anyway, like I said, at least once, just to prevent anything that I already have in here from hopping on there. Now this one here, it has like these yellow or these whitish spots. I don't know if you can see them. Yeah, there's some spots. It might just be bleaching on the leaves there. I'm not sure what it is. But it's like whitish or yellow spots on the leaves, so doesn't mean it's anything. It could just be overwatering, underwatering, humidity. But we're gonna scroll up and down this mid vein. Oh, sorry. Here a little bit and see what we see. I don't think we're seeing much of anything. A little bit of abrasion. That looks like some sort of mechanical damage. Like the leaf has just been bent. Sorry, you'll be dizzy trying to watch me trace a leaf. I'm trying to look at the leaf margin here. No, it's some other kind of damage, not pesty damage. Okay, so that's one leaf. Let's look at the front of this leaf. There's a mosquito in here. I don't know how it got in here. Oh, that's creepy looking. That's some dirt. Okay. Now this looks good. I don't see anything on here to be nervous about. Okay, golden. Like I said, I am going to spray them anyway, at least the first time. Let me stop this. But I'm not, at least I'm not worried that they're going to, like, after I've mostly got rid of them, flat mites, mostly gotten rid of flat mites, I'm not afraid that these are going to, like, spread a whole new infestation. And I wanted to look at a plant that I've already treated. I don't know who, I'm just going to pick somebody. Preferably somebody that I know had flat mites. And they're all covered in sulfur, so hold on, let me start this video again. They're all covered in sulfur, so if they're surviving through that, good for them. It's had some small growth for a while now, but it hasn't done much. That's all sulfur on there, all this white. How about underneath? Oh, I just broke that leaf off. It's okay, we'll look anyway. Let me go ahead and get it the rest of the way off. This is the one that I was just saying had new growth. Dang it, Jennifer. We're gonna look anyway because it's been attached. It should give us an idea down here at the... Can you see that? That's the sap, the white down there? Bleeding into the cracks and crevices. Oops. It's okay though. And this one had some previous flat mite damage right here. This is going to irritate my hands pretty bad. I know they say it's like non-toxic and non-focus, non-allergenic, but I do have some sort of weird reaction to it. Maybe it's from repeated exposure. Hoya sap, I mean, that white latex. I'm not seeing anything alive on here, so I guess that's a good sign. But this covered in sulfur, it really shouldn't be allowing things to survive. I was looking to see if that was a carcass. That brown spot to the kind of bottom left corner there. I don't know, who knows. They have been rinsed and sprayed and focus quite a bit, so. Alright, let me see if I can look at the stem here. I just don't want to see anything crawling around. And I don't. Alright, see that brown spot up there? Once again, I feel like that might be one that didn't make it. But I don't know that. Like debris on a plant kind of looks similar to also pests that just didn't make it. When I say debris, I mean dirt, skin cells, dust mites, whatever. That's good though. I don't see any like eggs or anything running around on here. So, I mean, I wouldn't run through that much sulfur either if I could help it. Okay, let me stop this video. Yeah, I'm gonna go wash my hand because I've got this sap all over my palm. I was saying it had new growth. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in there, but it's just the green in between the two stems that are sticking up, where I guess I broke both leaves off at some point. Yeah, I'm gonna go water it because it's dry. We'll be back. Okay, so everybody's getting a clean bill of health for the most part. The black cat, I guess it's Calistophylla black cat. If I'm wrong, please tell me because my brain, I can't remember. That's what it looks like. And it's fine. It's fine. Thomas Gardens is where I got this one from, and their soil, he'll generally repot things. I guess he propagates and grows and whatever. So if it needs repotted, generally he'll do that, and the soil mix in seems to be just fine for now. I think this is the second time I've watered it since I got it. So the only thing I'm going to do to this guy is spray it with some sulfur. And that's not because I saw anything on it, it's just because I know that I've had flat mites in here in the last, I don't know, in the last 6 months. I'm just so paranoid at this point. It's probably fine. It would probably be just fine. But I'm going to spray it anyway. Better safe than sorry at this point in my life. And then this is the Hoya insularis. Also got a clean bill of health. But I think I'm going to repot it and propagate it at the same time. I see a few spots where I can propagate from. I'm going to propagate it right in the same pot that I'm putting it in. Generally, Hoya propagate easily that way. So, and I'm hoping where it's still, active growing season that it'll do well. I see, it looks like 3 that I'm going to cut and put back in there, and 1 does have a new leaf, but I'm assuming it's this one right there. I don't know if you can see it. This is the newer leaf here that I'm abusing currently. And I think it should do fine. It'll probably just harden off that way. I don't think it'll go because it's that well developed. This one here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to repot it into a slightly larger pot. They're deeper anyway. And I think I'm going to make 1, 2, maybe again 3 cuttings. One has very, very new leaves. It will be on this one. But I'm going to cut it and try to pot it up anyway, and we'll see what happens. Like I said, this is such a thin-leafed Hoya. I mean, they're firm, but they're thin. I don't know. I'll try to show you. I think it'll be all right. That's my hope anyway. So let me get a couple pots for these two, just in soil, the same stuff I use for everything. Potentially. Oh, scissors would be good. Oh, they're right here. I just wiped them with some alcohol and forgot I put them there. What did I do with the scoop? Alright, it's in there. Alright, so I'm going to cut this one here. Oh, they're weepy too. I'm trying to cut past, like, at least 1 leaf set past the newest growth on all of them. Oh, they're leaking on my table. Same thing with this one. So 3 for that guy. And this is the insularis. I'm cutting it. Sorry, I don't know how well we're focusing. I really can't tell. Can't see anything. I'm just cutting right above the previous node. So whatever the previous leaf is on 1, oh, it's another slobbery one. 2, there's no leaf on that node, but I'm going to cut just below that one because there is no leaf. And 3 right above the previous node. That left me a short stem, but I think it'll be alright. Alright, so, oh, they're weeping everywhere. I need paper towels. I need paper towels. I'm just gonna put some soil on the bottom of both of these. Go hunting for paper towels, because I do have some up here. Paper towels, kitchen roll, whatever you call it. That's what I'm after. Alright, so those are the odorata. I'm just going to put them all the same thing. It's not like I'm going to get them mixed up. They're very different looking. And the insularis. And kind of wipe that up. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's slobbering. Latex or whatever you'd call that. The gooiness all over my table. Alright, and I'm not removing dirt, soil, substrate. There's some nice roots in there though. But things are drying very quickly in here, especially if I make a mistake and leave the remote on the table for the cats to step on. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe the cats did that. I've never had that happen before, where they've hit the dry setting on the air conditioner. Not only that, but I didn't think it would make that much of a difference if somebody did hit the dry setting. But the humidity went from, it averages 65 to 70% in here in the summer. So it went from that to like 26. And you know, I have the monitor on my phone, and I was like, wow, it's been overcast. I mean, it hasn't been raining, but it's been overcast and warm. Like, it really had me kind of like wondering what the heck was going on. And it took me a long time to figure it out, because it hasn't been, it's been warm, but not in the 90s, barely in the 80s. I think we've been averaging like upper 70s here lately, which is unseasonable. It's weird, but you know, I wasn't mad about it. So I'm just squashing these down in there so that I'm covering both the stem and the node on these guys. I don't know if you can see. Sorry if we're not focusing great. I have not got my glasses up here to tell you. And the monitor is actually behind this tote of deer tay. So I'm just hoping that you can see ish, kind of. I'm looking at the monitor off to the right, like the preview on the screen. Oh, I just pulled one out. It's only 3. How hard is it, Jennifer? Let's turn it this way. I don't have one stuck on this side yet. But yeah, just because I'm up potting it, I also want it to be a fuller plant as it grows. So they're in there. That's all I can say for it. I know it's kind of wispy and not a lot to see, but I'm going to water it through. I'm going to let that drain a while, and then I'm going to spray it with sulfur as well. Once again, I didn't see anything on this one to be like terribly upset about. Hold on, I see some extra stem here. I don't need any extra stem because it's just going to die back anyway. It wasn't new growth. It was where I cut above a node that didn't have anything else there. All right, I'm going to set that over here for the second, for the moment. It's going to be more than a second. All right, and then this is the odorata. I'm going to plop that in here. Same thing, I'm not going to disturb the root. There's a dead leaf there. There's some sort of oxalis or clover in here. Oh, it has decent enough roots. Can you see them? They're small, but they're there. I might actually dump a little bit more out of there. So I'm just going to knock some of the loose stuff off the top. That way I can get some fresh soil above. Fresh soil up top. I'm going to pull this little clover or whatever that is out of there. It's cute, but I don't need it. Oh, I dropped it right in the pot. It's cute, but I don't need it. Is that a potato? No, that's, I say a potato, I mean like a bulb of something. Might be from these oxalis or whatever they are. It was a round ball of some sort of plant, and that's not what Hoya do, so these roots look great. The soil's a little rich for Hoya, unless that's what this Hoya needs. I don't know. It's just dense. Can you see what I've knocked off in there? It's kind of thick. I'll pour that in a corner over here. But there doesn't appear to be anything, you know, terrible going on in there. All right, I'm gonna plunk that down in there. That's too low. A little bit more. Some of the soil that came out of, I'm gonna put that back down in there. Okay, that's better. Shake that around. See if I can tuck these guys down in here somewhere. And I'm going to put them right till the most recent leaf is on the soil, because when you water it, or when I water it, sorry, it will sink quite a bit. It will settle, and they won't be quite that far up. And I'm just going to put a little bit more. It'll sink a fair amount, I promise you. I promise you. Okay, so that's what that one looks like. Now that I've got it potted up. Pardon me while I look away and try to also show the plant, because otherwise it focuses on eyes. And I have big ones. Big ones. Plenty of area to focus. Oh, can't speak. Alright. I don't know what we're doing next, but I'll be back. Okay, so I also have an Anthurium something that I need to retag because the tag is faded, and probably put some moss around it. It's this one here, and the tag's just really faded. Anthurium clarinevium pterodactyl by magnificum. And I can't hardly read it anymore. There's another one that I can barely read. But yeah, I'm just going to top this up. It's got quite a bit of stem sticking out of the top there. So I'm going to get some moss around that. Because it has a very long, like it's as far to the bottom of the pot as it can go, I believe. For now. Until I get some deeper pots. Where's the moss? It's in here somewhere. So yeah, I'm just topping this up. I'm trying to think, is there any other Anthurium that I need to do? I also did this Forgettii not too long ago, because once again, I think the stem is about to the bottom of that pot, so I can't go much deeper with that. Meaning that I'm going to chop it, so that's part of the reason I want the moss around the stem. I would like to get it rooting up higher. This is kind of dry too. It's okay. I will squirt it. I'm looking because somewhere I have a like a lab wash bottle or succulent watering bottle, whatever they're calling those. I have some of those around here somewhere. I think they're in the other room. But yeah, I've got that one, and I think I might need to do the crystallinum on here as far as the Anthurium. I'm going to go wet this a little bit and probably just spray it down. I mean, it's okay. As far as I know, it doesn't actively have any pests. It did on that leaf. I believe it was spider mites. This one here looks okay. So yeah, I'm going to go spray it, water it, all the things. Okay, and this is the crystallinum, which honestly, it's been in here about 2 weeks longer than I planned. I mean, it's looking just fine. Sorry, the cat or somebody's letting themselves in. It's my dog. It looks fine, but there's a fair amount of stem sticking up out of the top there. Sorry, it might be a little bit dark over here. But yeah, it's looking fine. The inflow hasn't done much since I've had it inside. I don't think it loves the lower humidity in here. It was very happy, I think, outside. But yeah, I'm just going to try to get some moss around the stem once again. Let me go get some water because this is really dry in this container. Some of it's crusty dry. Sorry for the screaming bird. Just had somebody cutting the ditch. Weed whacking. Okay. I'm just wetting this moss down here. I don't know if you can see what I'm spraying, but I'm spraying. This also needs to be watered. I don't think I've watered it since I brought it inside. I don't think I watered it outside either, like really watered it. Yeah, it's dry about 2 inches down that I can see, maybe further. I'm just not digging any further than that. I haven't watered it thoroughly other than like overspray in the greenhouse in probably way too long. But yeah, I'm going to pack some of this around here and I'll take it to the bathroom to water through. There's so much stuff in there right now that's being watered. I don't even have room for this just yet. But eventually, that stuff will drain and can be moved out. I don't know if you can tell what I'm doing. Probably not for the leaves. I'm not going to have any moss left after this. I really need to buy some more. I think I said that 2 videos ago. And I just haven't gotten around to it yet. That actually might be okay. A little bit more. Yeah. Alright. And I'll take this to get in the watering queue. In the line for things that must be watered. And I really need to put it back outside after that. Like this inflow, it's not having a great time indoors. It's just not doing anything, which is surprising because it's been there a while. I have my Anthurium is outside, and it's probably mature. I'm gonna say it's mature. It has leaves larger than the leaf on this crystallinum, and several inflows, and one is stuck around for a while, which kind of makes me think that it got pollinated. Like it wasn't anything I did. I don't know how to explain it. Like when an Anthurium inflorescence is pollinated, they kind of start organizing, like I want to say the pores, because I don't know what else they're called. But the structure starts changing, and you can kind of see that it's been pollinated. If you've ever pollinated one before. Which wasn't intentional on this, but I think maybe the bugs out there did it, because something ate it's an Anthurium I can't remember the name of. I'll put it on screen because brain no work. Something ate all the leaves on that, and I don't know what it was. If I had to guess, it was a katydid. But every leaf except for the very newest leaf on that is gone. But if I had to guess, the same insect or type of insect has been crawling around in there and accidentally pollinating Anthurium. And I'm debating, do I cut them up? Like, Anthurium takes so long to set seed. And the rest of the plant isn't looking superb. I think it's the most recent 3 leaves look okay, but the other 10 on the plant look really haggard. And the stem itself is sticking up pretty far. I think I need to get some moss and get some roots growing farther up so that I can cut that. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to look at that in this video or maybe the next one, but something needs to be done. This is really heavy for as dry as it seems. I think I said that before with this plant, but like as far as I can dig down in there, it's dry. I'm going to water it and I guess stick it back outside because I don't know what else to do with it. It's pretty though. Oh, it's so pretty. It's a very nice plant. Very, very pretty. Alright, water it. Okay, and then this one here needs to be repotted. It's not labeled. I hauled it last video. And it doesn't say what it is, it just says it was $60. But it's got some some roots coming out the bottom there. Maybe you can see one in particular right there. And before that dries out, I'd like to get it repotted. It wasn't labeled, but I'm pretty sure it's Repotting Amplissimum variegated. It's a nice plant. I am into it anyway. But yeah, I need to repot it because it needs to be watered. And also I think I'm going to cut, there's this long leggy bit here, which doesn't have the best variegation, even though there's variegation in the stem. I don't know what we're showing here. Sorry. But I'm going to node propagate it because it's naked with a little tuft at the end. It's that dead leaf here, or not so pretty leaf here. That one. Just pulling it off. And maybe a couple other cuttings. I'm not sure. We'll see what we see. But it definitely needs up potted. So it's in a 6-inch right now. And I guess this is probably an 8-inch. It looks deeper than it is because the bottom there you go. That's a false bottom, like for self-watering. So I'm assuming it's an 8-inch pot. I've long ago peeled the sticker off. Does it say on here? No. It just said it was made in China. Dynamic design. That's not helpful. But I'm pretty sure that's going to be a decent size for it. If I can get the cat off of the soil bin. Oh, that's what I plan to put it in. Look out, kitty. I'm sorry. Come on, pee-pee. So I guess I'm going to lose the cover pot that I bought for it. It'll fit something else. It's fine. Everything's fine. Get some soil on the bottom of here. Should I put some leca in the bottom of there? It has those... Nah. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Y'all pay no attention to me. It has these feet that sit down in that reservoir. And I was like, maybe I should put some leca in those. It won't wick up very well anyway with leca, so... And I'm just going to dump it every time I water it. It's fine. Let me shut this door because the birds will start screaming. So I was planning on separating this, like spreading it out. Not really separating, but look out, kitty. But spreading it out a little bit. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think it's going to be fine as is. Like, this was actually some really nice soil. I got this from Pepper's Greenhouse, I believe it's called, in Milton, Delaware. It looks like it was once upon a time a 4-inch pot that they up potted. Sorry, it's the cats crashing around in here. Can you see those roots? Maybe. Noise. I want them sitting deeper than that, though. But yeah, it looks like it was a nice soil mix that it was already in to begin with. For which I am happy. I'll just dump that in there. It's going to take more than that anyway, so we'll get the top with some fresh soil anyway. There didn't seem to be anything wrong with the soil, it was just that it was roots out the bottom. That made me want to repot it. And I've checked this plant out. Look out, kitty. Checked this plant out and I didn't see anything on it. It doesn't mean I'm right. It just means I can't see anything. It's been here, like, what's today? Tuesday. I think I got it Saturday. I'm gonna say it was Saturday because I was busy all day Sunday. I know I didn't go anywhere else other than boat docking Sunday, so. I haven't watered it or done anything with it other than set it over there in the corner. But now that I've got it potted up, I will go ahead and spray it down with some neem alcohol. And I'm out of Castile soap, so it's just dish soap in there. The cat. She's gonna tip it over. Can you see her on the edge of the screen? She's just standing on the edge of the thing and I'm holding it down with my elbow so she doesn't flip it. Go on, Pee-Pee. You're gonna fall. That's how you get injured. You only have one eye. What are you trying to do? Got something to prove? Okay. Just gotta smack it around a little bit, show it who's boss. Not really, but you gotta... It's for settling purposes. To settle the soil in there around the roots, any roots that I loosened or any pockets that I made. I'm trying to jiggle it in there. Okay, so that's what that looks like now. And it probably seems like a pretty big up pot, but I don't really think it was. I think it's reasonable. Thoroughly reasonable. Okay, so I'm going to clean up this mess. Water it and spray it. I don't know where I'm going to water it. I have so many plants in my... There's a bathroom right there, and there's a ton of plants in the bathroom sink and tub in there. No, no, no. Stay out of the dirt. I might have to move some back in here, which I didn't really want to do because I want to reorganize all of this today. Tonight. My watch died. It's up there in the way. It died this past weekend. But yeah, I kind of want to do something with this because it is low light. I think I've mentioned that before. We'll whip out a light meter and see how low, but it's pretty low light, and I see some plants like struggling a little bit. The top isn't so bad up here, but it's, you know, the lower shelves. The middle ones aren't bad. The ones on either side, the left edge and the right edge, that's definitely low light. Like this is how I know. See how small the leaves are on this red Maranta? That's how I know. This was when they were on a different shelf, and all these small tuft of leaves here, or tuft of small leaves, is from this shelf. And I definitely feel like it's light-based. So, yeah, I want to switch things around a bit. Low light's fine, but maybe I need to trade out who I'm giving low light. Sorry, I'm just scraping up this dirt, and I'll be back. It is, in fact, a brand new day. I lost steam pretty quick last night. I was tired. I know I was going to redo I can't remember what all I was going to do and what I've done. The labels on a couple of these Anthurium that have just faded over time. This was the Clarinervium pterodactyl magnificum. They're just barely legible anymore, and before it's totally gone and I can't remember what it is, I'm going to redo it, just so I can maybe potentially figure out who it is when I'm looking at it. Can't say that that's very neat, but I might be able to actually read what I was trying to put on there. Alright, so that's that one. And I guess this one is done for now. Did I spray it last night? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I did. I'll stick it somewhere for now. And then the other one I can't really read the label on is this one here. This is Fairchild Tropical Garden Crystallinum and Zara Michelle. That's what's left, if I can flip it around. That's what's left on the tag. Just a little bit of blue residue. Also, while I got this here, I've got some older leaves. Maybe I can snip them off if I can figure out what I did with the scissors. Victory is mine. I located them. Let me move this big plant out of the way. I wanted to take a couple cuttings of that too while I was at it. You can't see. Yeah, it's just got some leaves that are not great. And I'm going to leave them even longer. I'm just going to cut off the worst of the yellow. I imagine in a few days, this one here will probably go the rest of the way. Look at the new leaf. It's very pretty. It's very red. I don't think that's coming off. But anyway, that's that one. Redo the label here so that I can maybe potentially read it. FTG crystal. Was it Zara then Michelle? But it's still impossible to read. I'm pretty sure it was. Alright. And I'm done playing with this one, I believe. I would like to also put some moss around the part of the stem that's sticking up there because there's quite a bit. But I'm out of moss. And couldn't tell you when I'm going to get more. Sometime this week, I guess. What day is it? My watch died. I think I already mentioned that. So I have no idea what day it is unless I actually look at my phone or a calendar or something. Today is Wednesday, September 3rd. Okay. So I guess I'll have to go maybe tomorrow. Oh my gosh, Katie. I keep getting sidetracked. That's life though, isn't it? What was I gonna do? Move this out of the way. I was gonna go ahead and cut this is what I was gonna do. It has a cat in the way. This long stem here that's, you know, nude. So I'm gonna cut that. I guess I'll start there. I might not cut any of it just now. I'm cutting it way back past the edge of the pot because I don't want any of that stem sticking out. But it might reshoot from somewhere in there. That's what I cut. So we'll see. And I'm gonna put some water in this beaker and leave this as a top cut. And then I guess I'll take a couple of the nodes, get rid of that bottom leaf because it's crusty looking anyway. See if I can get that root down in there without breaking it. It's got some aerial roots. Well, it's in that neighborhood. Nope, it's not going to stay. And I guess I'll cut this into some nodes and tuck them into the terrarium in the other room. Kitty, can you not? Okay, I'll be back after I get this some water and put those nodes in that terrarium. I thought I was done repotting, but I have this begonia, and I always say tiny pot, dry quick. And I'm not going to give it much of an up pot, but a little bit. And hope that maybe it doesn't dry out quite so fast. So of course I've got to move all this stuff I just heaped up here. Hope I don't have too much more to repot. I'll have to go get more potting mix. I don't think I do. Or at least the things that I do have, I believe they can wait and they'll probably be fine. What do your roots look like? Fine. Like begonia roots, you can't even really see them, but they're there, I promise. Yeah, I just don't love that stuff is drying so quick. I mean, I know it didn't help that I had the air conditioner set on the dehydrate setting. What's that called? It's not called dehydrate, is it? Dry? Dehumidify. There we go. Words, you know. Yeah, that didn't help with the drying of things in here for sure. But they dry fast anyway, even when the cat doesn't change the settings on the air conditioner without my knowledge. I guess they weren't enjoying the humidity. And I did just water this, so I'm not going to water it. I'll wait until it looks like it needs watering, or, you know, feels like it needs watering. Because for now, the soil in here is kind of damp, and the soil in there was definitely damp, because, as I say, I just watered it, I believe, yesterday. When I realized everything was so dry. Okay, so that's that one. All snug in a new pot. Okay, so I've just pushed the desk forward here until I can push it back up against the window, which the tripod's in front of the window right now. But I want to do something with this shelf. It's just gotten cluttered up. Some of the stuff on it I'm sure needs to come off and be watered, That and I just need to kind of dust. Because, you know, things get crusty just sitting around. Are they doing this house? I finally killed this moss. It took me a while. It was moss in a jar that somebody found in the woods. Did we find it in the woods? I think I found it in the woods. I was walking with my kids. Carbona bottle. But anyway, yeah, I finally killed it. It took a few months. I think I found it March of this year. And it's still wet in there, so I don't understand. Maybe it was too wet. Maybe it got too dry. It was the dehumidify setting on the air conditioner that got it. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not going to go through these all and talk about them, because we'll be here all day. But yeah, my house is dusty. Oh, it's got a little root coming out the bottom. It's the Syngonium chiapense variegated. It's dry. I'm going to make a pile, or maybe I'll just start grabbing random things that I know need water. How about that, instead of piling them up in the way? This Hoya seems to be growing again, finally. Intervariegated obovata. I didn't see anything on it, but it weren't growing. It was not going to grow. But it is now. Looks like it's grown probably 6 or 8 new leaves, finally. You dry, you're dry. Phew. I really need to repot this, but I don't have a pot that I like for it. It's Pentaptera, Ripsalis pentaptera, I guess is how you say it. That's all it's grown, and I've had it for a few months. This little bit right there. Ooh, grow faster. But you need your cover pot or you're going to fall over. Actually, you're dry. You're dry. Who am I kidding? I just realized that I've wandered off with my little watering jug somewhere, and I have no idea where it's at. No clue. Maybe I took it downstairs to water something and never brought it back up here. That's possible, right? That is wet. So if it doesn't need water, I'm just moving it out of the way. Somewhere in this room. Somewhere in here. Clutter up that desk as much as I can. Yeah, this is what's left of the begonia Sinbad. It's not looking great. Not looking great at all. It needs water, I think. I don't know, if you look at the soil itself, it looks damp from the side, but from the top it does not. It is not. It's just the color of the soil, apparently. Okay. Water it. Give us some water, Jennifer. Water. Watch, I'll get to where I have like 800 little plants sitting in my shower, and that's when my husband will come home and be like, is there anything in the shower? Because he'll want to wash his body. Which, I get it, but that's usually when it happens. When I'm doing the daily watering, that's also when he wants to do the daily washing. Oh, acacia, of course that's dry. It's always dry. And I guess as soon as the cat stops sitting in the tub, I will determine what needs to be sprayed for pests. Or preventatively. This is not looking good. It was variegated Syndapsis jade, which I believe it's just reverted. That, and it just looks, that new leaf. Looks like something might have happened there. The older leaf too, which it might just be the fact that it's an older leaf. Don't know. It's probably thirsty. It's thirsty. Everything's thirsty. There's like so much water in the bottom of some of these cover pots that like I expect to see shrimp or small fish. It's not that bad. But there is a dead mosquito in there. I'm not sure if we can see what's going on down here. I think I already mentioned this, but these lights, I feel like I need to do something else with them. they're fine for lower light plants. They survive. There's a single light bar on the edges, and then the one in the center has 2 light bars. And I can't remember what brand they are. Do they say anything? No, it's probably not a great idea to stare into the light either. I'm going to say they're Feet, F-E-I-T, or something like that. Hold on, there's a tag down here. Zone Industry, Intertech is all it says. Suitable for damp locations. Does the other side say anything? No. Okay. I don't know. They're supposed to be like full spectrum lighting. But my leaves are definitely small on here. Small even for Amaranta. And I think they do better with brighter light. My battery's dead. Right, so I was saying the lights, they're not that bright. They look alright. Hold on, I have a light meter. Let's see. I'm going to turn this, well here, let's get an idea. This one here, it looks bright to me. I don't know if you can see it on the ceiling. Can't remember what brand that is either. We're going to do foot candles. If I can figure that out. There it is. Foot candles. Oh, okay, there we go. It's actually 1,650 foot candles. 1,500. It's going back and forth. So that's roughly what that Anthurium is getting. Down here, under one of the single light bars, that's about 250 foot candles. The double, about 350-ish, give or take. So that's fine, I think, for a lot of lower light plants. But the ones where there's a single bar, that's iffy. And it's definitely, it's showing in some of the plants, is what I'm saying. And I have other lights, but I went this spring and tried to lower the power consumption in my house. So I've got probably, I want to say 8 or 10 lights that I've taken down, or just for whatever reason aren't in use right now. And I could switch them out. I don't think I'm going to do it today though. I just don't think I am. But I have Hoyas and stuff on here, so my thought is maybe I should move some of the Hoyas under some other light and some non-Hoyas under here. Like some plants are loving it, like they're into it. They're into it, lower light or not. And some not so much. Like as far as the plants that I say some are into it, I've got this Microstorm Thailandicum here, blue oil fern, and it's fine with the lower light. I dare say that it actually shows its colors best in lower light. It's so pretty. It is so pretty. It's not really growing much right now. No, I say that, but there's little teeny boop, you know, little fronds starting to develop, but they do take their sweet time to develop, and that's why it's like, you might hear somebody say it's always growing. Always growing doesn't necessarily mean it's growing fast. But yeah, it's pretty. It is pretty. And it does not mind the lower light. Like I said, I dare say I think it looks even better in lower light. I don't know. So I guess that could be a challenge, is either figuring out what plants to put on here or sucking it up and actually changing the light out. Which, what a pain. What a pain. I wish it was like a quick and easy thing, but it's just not for me anyway. I make everything 10 times harder, I think, than it needs to be. So, my jar of rocks, it's for crafts. I don't know why they're up there. Because I'm too lazy to put them away, probably. That's how they got up there. And then I have other rocks that do just sit up there. Selenite Tower, and I believe this is actually labradorite. Doesn't look like it though because it's not polished. I used to be very much, no, my plant shelves are just for plants. But I'm kind of at the point now where I think I need a dust rag. Other things kind of look nice mixed in with the plants. Like I don't mind a wall of just plants when I come in here, but I think other stuff looks cool. I am pretty sure my dead stick plant is actually dead. It's not. It's dry. But man, this thing, it grew a fair amount at first, and I don't think it's done anything since. I can't remember the actual name of it, just dead stick plant, that's all I can remember. I repotted it trying to make it happy. It's not happy. I don't think it's unhappy, but it no grow. Why you no grow? I'm gonna water it, that'll help. Shoot, I'm getting ready to really crank this air conditioning. Look out, kitty. The cat's laying in the hallway in the sunshine, therefore causing me to keep the door open. Why aren't you kicking on? There we go. So it occurs to me the easiest way to do this might actually be one shelf at a time, because I'm already running out of room elsewhere in the room to stick plants. That's where they live. I'm taking and setting them in the floor. That's not great with the cat. Uh-oh. I wonder if I left water on that leaf. Sorry, that's what I'm looking at. I don't see any pesties. I think I might have put that leaf back kind of wet and burnt it. Oops. Yeah, I don't see anything on it. Pardon the bird. She saw me walk by with a bowl of water. It's terrifying. Dang, can't believe I did that. Oh well. It's alright. Halloween decorations everywhere, all year. Alright, kitty, you're gonna have to move. I can't listen to her scream. Enjoy the sun. And I say a bowl of water, it's alcohol, soap, and water. My cleaner of choice in the plant room. Everything in here is so dusty. And I just redid this shelf. When I say redid it, I just did this not even a month ago, I don't think. I don't know, maybe it's been a month. But everything's collected dust. Little clay octopus I made because I love him. And he's cute. But he's also a dust magnet. I don't know. But yeah, that's my cleaner of choice. Because I'm hoping that if any spider mites or any creepy crawlies have fallen onto the shelf, the alcohol will get them also. Nothing like the old hot soapy alcohol water. Maybe I should dry them first, because I know they're not waterproof. I just got this shelf off Amazon. And I don't think it's even water resistant. It's not specifically a plant shelf or anything. It's just like, I think, laminate. Some sort of laminate. Particle board that's been laminated. I don't know. But just in the interest of extending its life, of extending the shelf life of the shelf, dry it. And then put things back one shelf at a time. Yeah, I guess I burnt that. My bad. It's 24.8 degrees Celsius in here right now, or 76.6, so I guess it's not that hot. The humidity's back up to 64%, so that's good. It usually is up mid-60s, mid-70s in this room. So it's coming back up. I'm not running a humidifier or anything in here right now, but I just didn't, it wasn't intentional to remove the humidity either. I do have to run a humidifier some in the winter. Alright, plants on these two shelves. I always want to stick this on there because it's a low light plant. It looks like I need to treat it. That's what I need to do. It's just got some yuck on it. You know what, we're going to look at that later with the microscope. Maybe we'll do that on camera. Set it over here in the way for now, where I'm getting ready to move those. Oh, that doesn't go on that shelf either. Doesn't have to be exactly like it was. This is a bamboo riser I got from, I want to say maybe Dollar General. Does it have a sticky on it? No, it doesn't. I think it was Dollar General, but it wasn't much. And it does help me get some plants a little bit closer to those lights over there. And bamboo and water generally play pretty nice if I get a little bit of drippage on it. Oh, it did have a sticky on it. I can see the residue. Price tag. Had a price tag or something on it. And now it's just forever residue on there because I didn't get it off clean in the first place. Well, this is my life. Oh, that noise. Maybe I'll set it in the middle. I've always shoved it to one side or the other. I'll set it in the middle. See how that goes. Yeah, I can't remember what was where on this shelf. Not that it matters. Begonias are supposed to be low light plants, right? Do I have a cover pot this can live in? I did, somewhere. Once upon a time, long, long ago. I'll just put it in this empty candle thing. That side seems brightly lit. Put that off to the side. I don't know. Go with it. This Hoya was there. Hoya, is it incrustada? I can never remember. It was sitting there in the low light, and I don't think it was loving it. And I don't know what's up with the two teeny tiny leaves. There's nothing on them. I've checked them out with the microscope and sprayed it anyway. Maybe more light. Maybe more light. We'll find a home for that in the future. That's a problem for future gen. This no grow, it did get burnt when one of the light bars fell on it. It's a medium silver, a medium silver, something like that. The one outside actually hasn't grown a lot either. I stuck that on a pole in a video earlier this year. It no grow, and like before I cut this plant, it grew like a weed to a certain point and then it just quit. This one here has been very, very slow to do anything, as well as the one outside, so I don't know. Maybe I'm not remembering correctly. Or maybe that's just a thing it does. It grows to a certain point and then it's just like, nah, I'm done. I'm good now. Yeah, okay. I forgot to water this. Let me go water this and see what else I have in there that should live here. That's the plan. Got this aglaonema that's dripping everywhere. Will that fit in there? Yeah. Guess that'll go up there. It is a little bit wet. I watered over top the whole thing. That wasn't brilliant, was it, when I'm getting ready to put it back underneath the lights? That's me. I don't think these lights are strong enough to burn it, though, like I say. I do have air moving in here, so hopefully it'll dry. ZZ Raven. It was an offcut from one, and it feels tight in the pot. I just repotted it, but like the potato, the rhizome down in there feels tight in the pot. So I don't know. I'm not going to repot it. It's basically potted in bark at this point anyway. That's all I see. I know there's got to be some soil down there somewhere, right? I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is. I'm just going to put this one on a saucer, though, if I can figure out what I did with those. I can't figure out what I did with those. I do not have the brain capacity to figure out what I did with that. There's two of them together somewhere. I don't know what I did with the saucers. They're just clear, hard plastic saucers. What the heck? There's so much stuff in here right now. I guess it's just going to have to live behind this begonia and hopefully not drip everywhere every time I water it. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. I had this on that side too. It's, I don't know who it is. It's an alocasia and it went dormant quite a while ago. And it just sat that way for a while. So the tag is long gone. Does anybody know what that is? Is it dragon scale or... I don't know. It's not that heavily textured. It looks pretty textured, but it's not very heavily textured. Greenbacks, but it is pretty small. Sometimes they change. I don't know. I don't know who you are. But you're pretty. I think you need more light than you were getting there, though. Put you up here. See if you get a little bit more light there. I need to wash that out. It's gross. Hartley philodendron, that's low light, right? Go there. Can you see down there? I don't know. I can't see at all, so it's fine. I don't know where I'm putting this, but I'm going to move it somewhere with higher light. Maybe here. Because, oh, it's dropping so much stuff. I was just talking about this, and it's going downhill really quick. Rex Begonias, this is this color. Yeah, it's not looking good. I need to propagate it. Right now, I just need to stick it somewhere out of my way. There we go. This is more of that jade Syndapsis variegated. The newest leaf on this one is a half moon, but the rest, the other two cuttings, look to have reverted. One has some variegation in the stem. The other does not. You know what, let's cut the one that has some variegation in the stem, see if we can't get it to shoot from somewhere else. I have so many just regular jade Syndapsis, I really don't need any more. This one doesn't look to have any variegation in the stem anywhere. I guess I'll just cut it back and we'll see what happens. But I really don't see any. On this one, I don't know if you can see, there's like a yellow stripe. But this one, nothing. I always feel bad when I cut variegated plants that are reverting back. I'm like, because I don't want this. But at the same time, look how pretty it is. I'll put it in some water. Where did I put that beaker? I put it somewhere. Eventually, like, I've already got 3 or 4 pots of this, but eventually I'm going to have just one huge planter full of this because there's so many little pots everywhere. But you can never find one when you need one to stick some cuttings in it, or the beaker that I just had. There's so much in this room right now. You know what? I'm just going to set it down. It's not going to hurt it to dry out for a few minutes, Jennifer. I probably set it in the other room, actually, now that I think about it. I'm going to go ahead and clear off this shelf next to it now and do that, even though I don't have this one filled in all the way. That's going to be really bright on that. It's the Forgettii. Anthurium Forgettii, which that new leaf. It is new life, I suppose. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Still very soft. I'm gonna leave that alone before I make it angry. So much stuff. The tag for the blue oil fern, where did I put that? Yep. It'll turn up. What do I do with my... There it is. All my random little dusty things. Oh. This is the cleanup hearts I just got not too long ago. You can actually see some roots in there now, maybe, and one poking out the bottom. Another one getting ready to poke out the bottom. I'm not going to repot that just yet, though. I'm going to let it go quite a bit longer, I think. It's still taking plenty of time to dry in here. I say plenty of time, a week, you know, when the dehumidifier setting's not on. I don't even read tarot cards, so it's anyone's guess why I have like 10 decks floating around in this room. I just like the art. And they're kind of a vibe. Like, that one's pretty. This one here is just a regular everyday tarot, I guess. I don't know. Like mini tarot or something. Oh no, I guess the art's different too. It's like got a kind of Egyptian motif. Is that what you'd call that? I have no idea. No clue. Oh, this is the Patriciae, which I said is starting to do better. Like giving me normal leaves finally. It still doesn't look great. Like, you can see the newer leaves where I was like, yeah, I'm finally getting some normal leaves. That's one. There's one here. One of them, oh yeah, that one's also newer, but I don't know if you can see it. It's got some weird spotting on it. Which doesn't appear to be pests. I don't know, this plant has been through it with me. Is it thirsty? It could use some water, but it's not terribly, terribly dry. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing to it, my friends, but it doesn't like it. I think it might be time to wash this plant off. It looks so gross. Was it Bertonier F Bilobata DS70 variegated, intervariegated? I don't know. Affinity Bertonier, it says. It doesn't grow much anymore. I used to chop on it all the time, but it really doesn't grow much anymore. And probably because it's been in the same pot for, I think, ever. Pretty sure. I didn't even change the soil or anything. Maybe I should do that. It's also kind of light. Could probably use a drink. Oh, since my watch died, I guess I don't need my watch charger down here anymore. Sorry if you can't see me. It's just bottom shelf things. Bottom shelf. I'm very upset that that Fitbit died. I don't know why, because I've had it for 87 years. Like, probably 4 or 5 years. Okay. I'm just going to use this towel instead of the paper towels. Dry off any water that's still sitting there. Oh, that's got something sticky on it. Ew. That didn't scrub off. Okay, I think I got it that time. I think I did. Alright. In the center. Where'd I put that coffin? I'm pretty sure this is meant to be like a terrarium or something. I don't know. It's also got a sticker sludge on it. I think I used it briefly to actually put like some teeny tiny little plants in. They're like in the pot. There's a dead bug in there, I think. There was. Not anymore. It's fine, everything's fine. It's just gonna get dusty again anyway. We wiped it down. It's progress in the right direction. The blue oil fern was happy where it was, so I think I'm gonna put that back on that shelf in the middle. Down here, in its cat planter. Man, that looks so pretty down there. I don't know, you probably can't see the blue color. Come here, I'll show you. There it is. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I love that plant. I say I love that plant like I don't love every plant. You'd be hard pressed to find a plant in here that I was just like, ew, hate it. How about this Shangri-La pothos? Can I put that somewhere up there? Should I put it? How will you do here? I don't know about this forgetty staying here because it's like right under that light. I mean, it's been over here, but it's been lower over here. I don't know. I guess if that one's okay, this one will be okay. Could be famous last words. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'll just keep an eye on it. And maybe if I remember to not put them away with water on the leaves, I won't burn anybody up anymore. I've got a bunch of Hoya over here that I just watered. Some of them look better than others. I think I might like to put the black cat and, is this Kesii? I don't know. It's part of the same complex as like Australis, Hoya Australis, but this one's fuzzy. It's also covered in sulfur. That's not splashing or anything. That's just sulfur all cut up in all the little fuzzy bits. Except for apparently that leaf, which it's spit out since I sprayed it. I don't know. This one does fine in lower light though, so maybe I should just go ahead and put it back in lower light where it was. Because I seem to have a lot of plants that throw a fit if they don't get high enough light. Maybe I should save the higher light spots for those. But this is the black cat, which you've already probably seen twice in this video. I'm enamored by it. I really am. Dust and all. Or not dust, but sulfur. I'm going to stick it up here, I think. Maybe on top of the little coffin there. I can't remember who was living up there already. Was it the Bertonier? I don't know. I'm looking for a cover pot. That'll do. That's cute, I guess. That's where you live now. Grow, baby, grow. I'm also trying to put plants here that don't look like they're on death's door. Or like this. Like, it's one of the first things I come in and see. There's nothing really wrong with this plant, but it is potted in a McDonald's cup. I mean, keeping it classy here. Keeping it classy. It's real life, though. That's all I can tell you. I wanted a deeper pot, and I didn't have it, so McDonald's cup it is. This also could use some water. I mean, there's some condensation in the bottom still. I don't know if you can see that, but the soil itself is quite dry looking. So I think I'm going to water it. And the reason I put it in something that's going to hold moisture like that is because the tips were frequently getting like very brown and crusty. I don't know if you can see that, but it's stopped doing that since I put it in here. Ripsalis platycarpa is what it says. So that seems to have fixed that issue. I have another one that's doing... Who's here? Oh, I have another one that's doing the same thing with the... Oh, it's right here. With the crusty tips. It's this one. So it might end up in a plastic cup also. However, they just won't be up here, front and center anymore, where you're like, nice cup, you know? How much McDonald's do you eat, lady? Forgot, this Hoya is... Hoya, Ripsalis. Ripsalis huletiana. Dog's out. No, it doesn't say that. It says huletiana or something like that. Seaweed or snowdrop cactus. I'll show you the tag there if you want to try to read that name. Hopefully we're focusing. And I love the leaf shape. I really, really do. It's grown some since it's been here, but we're all crispy. So, not a lot of new growth actually since this one's been here. It's also dry. The Hoya Matilda is going back over here because it's been there for a while and it's actually grown quite a bit there. So I would say that this is a Hoya that can tolerate the lower light. I don't know if it would get more splash again if I put it in higher light. I'm just happy that this plant is growing and appears quite healthy to me now. And I love it. It was, I think, one of the root mealy Hoyas. I don't know. Yeah, it was. I can see some of the pon left in there around the roots. That was my method of dealing with most of these, was literally just take them out and plunk them. I'm just showing you. Normally you can see like root mealy residue and powder in the bottom of your cover pots if they're in your soil. Was to plunk them, sorry, ADD, was to take them out of semi-hydro, whatever they were in, pon or leca, plunk them in soil, whatever kind of soil mix, and put some systemic in there to get rid of them. And it seems to have done okay. I don't think I've had to treat any more than once that way with systemic. It seems to have been successful. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. I'm just checking while I've got it in my hand. I don't see anything to worry about. I did also treat it for flat mites. I don't know if that was part of the issue with these guys or not, but yeah, that one does not seem to mind the lower light, so it can live there forever. Put my octopus guy back down here. This is a different one of the... It's not as happy as the other one. Aglaonema pictum tricolor, couldn't remember the name. It's a different one of those. It was actually sitting just getting light from the window behind the camera, and it kept flowering. Some of the older leaves don't look great. It's put out this teeny tiny new leaf. Ooh, right there. It's so small. Like ridiculously. Even the one previous to that was pretty small. So I guess I'm going to try sticking it under just at least the one light bar and see if that helps. And I can see another freaking flower coming. I've cut 2 or 3 off of it. I wish it would stop. I don't know, but that's where I'm putting it. I need something to stick under it. Actually, it feels pretty dry. It might be okay. I usually try to stick a saucer or something under plants that aren't in a cover pot. This is the Hoya with no name. Oh no, it has a name. Hoya Natalie, it says, or Nathalie. And it has been growing again also. This one did have flat mites and also the root mealies. Looks pretty good though. I don't see anything in there other than perlite. So that's a good thing. I think I'm going to stick that one up here. I think it needs higher light, so hopefully up here, this light bar that goes across here will be enough. Once again, looking for a cover pot. It's pink, but it'll do. I'll show you. You can kind of see. It's got the quirky kind of back on it. That was flat mite damage compared to that one, which does not. This one did, this one did. But the newer leaves seem much better. The only thing I see on the backs of the new leaves now is sulfur spray. So, yay! Victory, I think, I hope. Get that one up there. Now, I don't know if this is going to do anything. I'm really tempted to cut this older tendril off. I don't know if you can see it waving around here. We're cutting it off. We're cutting it off. And I cut it right back to the last set of leaves. Because my cats are tempted to, like, anything that dangles like that, they're going to get it. And I'd rather they didn't pull it off the shelf. That, and it is an older one, and it didn't seem to be doing much, but it spit out a newer one up top, so maybe it'll grow from there. Put the Queen of Hearts back over here, because it was seeming pretty happy there. Didn't seem to mind it. This is that, I had wanted to trellis this Begonia, but I don't think that's going to happen this video. Maybe next video we can do that. Oh, those vines make me nervous, though, dangling like that. Maybe it'll be alright for now. Let's hope. Are you slobbering? No, it's not. Okay. It's fair to say I got distracted again. This was the... I was waiting on this new leaf. It was Philodendron Florida Beauty. I mean, I guess it still is. It's just reverted now. The two leaves that came out since I cut it, right there. This was a mid-cut, actually. I can't remember if my daughter said hers was reverted or not. She had two cuttings. I think she had the top cut and a mid-cut. I think. I'll have to look. I'm sure she sent me a picture. I don't care if this gets highlight anymore. That sounds terrible. I'm going to go ahead and cut this leaf off. It's just too long sticking out there. It doesn't make sense to have one big mature leaf and then two small not mature leaves, does it? I think the plant just looks tidier that way. There's no variegation in the stem either. It smells like philodendron. It smells very green. I can just smell it everywhere. But anyway, no variegation in the stem, but it's still a lovely plant. I might plant it outside before fall gets here, or before fall really gets going. I guess it's September now, so fall is coming quick. I don't know. The plant outside, the mother plant that I originally cut these from, it's put out 2 leaves since being cut. One all green, and one has like big sectoral variegation, I believe. It hasn't hardened off yet, so I guess we'll see when it's hardened off fully. And I'm gonna stick it right here. Right, yeah. You sit there and behave yourself. Don't grow. And then I've got my Hoya Sunrise. It's been sitting over there. It was just a bunch of cuttings from a much larger plant that started looking pretty poor. So I chopped it up. I want to say I soaked it in hot water. I can't remember. But I've also sprayed it with sulfur. And it's growing now. It's growing. It's starting to sun stress a little bit here and there. Maybe you can see the color difference. I don't know. What did I call it? Sunset? Hoya Sunrise? I'm not sure what I called it. I don't think it's going to get enough light down there. I kind of want to put it up here where I've put the Calistophylla, or the black cat, because I want to keep it kind of sun-stressed. And I think I am ready to, after about a week or so, go ahead and wash off all the sulfur that's been all over my plants for the past 6 months. Kind of over it. Kind of over it. If it's, by now, if it was going to help, it should have helped. And I haven't seen any for a while, you know, knock on everything. Flat mites is what I'm talking about. Maybe I'll put this where that was. Yeah, I just think it would be nice to see my Hoya looking like Hoya instead of covered in product. I did find the beaker, and I put the green Syndapsis, Jade Syndapsis in there, the reverted one. And I don't know if this needs super highlight. You know what, we'll tuck it behind this Hoya Matilde back here. There we go. Sexy. Alright, I need to check the plants that are in the bathroom, because some of those I want to come out here, and then I guess we'll work on that last section over there and fill in as we go. Yeah, that's the plan. Yes, sir. Okay, so I got the Syngonium chiapens and the Syngonium podophyllum albo. I guess, yeah. I had to look at them. I've got too many different kinds of Syngonium. But I really wanted the chiapens to get higher light. So I guess I'm going to have to set it on that side after I get that stuff moved. But this, Syngonium albo doesn't really seem to care. I might put that down here on this bottom center shelf. It's high-ish light. You gonna be okay there? Time will tell, won't it? Alright, lint brush up there, because I'm constantly covered in pet hair. It's a thing. My dusty mushroom. And my frog. It's a pot hanger. Empty cover pot. Earbuds, nose ring. It's amazing the junk I pile up in weird places. You're not growing anyway. It's one of the Monstera albos that's turned out being not very albo. I think I said I was going to cut this again at some point to see if it would sprout higher up. But it looks to me like that node is on the green side. You know, that growing eye. Maybe I won't bother with that. I got some just dead / dying plants on this shelf too that I've just kind of been ignoring. This Haworthia has been sitting there for probably 4 months. I just keep moving it back up there. No root. Need to pot that. I'll do that today. I will. As soon as I have room up here to open this soil bin again. Poor thing. And why I'm going to pot it up, I couldn't tell you because I've got 5 or 6 of these. I think all my children have at least one of these. It's prolific. It's a prolific plant. Oh, I upset a spider. Where are you going? I'm just going to wash you. That's what's going to happen. Systemic that really needs to be put away. This thing has gotten really tall. I think it could use a repot. Ripsalis cribrata. Oriental pencil cactus. That's a lot taller than its pot. It really looks like a plant called Drunkard's Dream. Can't remember the actual name of it. I had that plant briefly, but it came with free mealybugs, and just the structure of the plant made it really hard to get to all of them. I don't know, this one looks okay. Looks okay. Could use some water and potentially another pot if I have enough soil. This one looks okay. Alocasia scalprum. Maybe I should go spray it. It does have like actual spider webs. I'll spray that down. I gotta find somewhere to sit it between now and then though. Over here. And this plant I have all but polished it off. It was Hoya imperialis red flower. And I had a really huge one on a trellis not a year ago. And suddenly it started doing terribly. I think it was in Leca, and I didn't see any root mealies or anything. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna bother with this anymore. I know that sounds terrible, but it's so very sad. Like, it is unwell. I hate to say I'm gonna give up, but I'm gonna give up. The stem is actually puckered, but despite the fact that I have been watering it, it just continues to look worse and worse. Oh. Was this black Maranta or silver band Maranta? That's what it was. And I don't know when it got so angry. It's in Pawn. It did fantastic for quite a while. It had no roots when it came. And I don't see anything that looks like it might have root mealies or anything. Do I cut this back? I don't know. I don't think there's any point. It didn't have spider mites, but I think it has flat mites, honestly. I see mite-like damage, but I don't see spider mites. I don't know. I don't know if you can see, but I think I'm done messing with it. I can always get another one, I guess. Yeah, I don't know when it really started going this bad, but that's pretty bad. But that's my husband calling me. Okay, he was calling about we ordered metal for our roof. The last plant that's actually alive and so thirsty, it's the goldfish philodendron. The heck is this thing called? It's gone. I'll put it on the screen. But I'm not going to put this back over there. It's actually got nice aerial roots now. And I'm going to chop it all the way back. Because these were propagations once upon a time. And they've grown out that much. I potted them up not too long ago. Can't remember. But that was always the plan, even when I potted it up, was to let it grow a little bit and then propagate it back again. Because it just got away from me while it was propagating. And this is not an attractive plant, in my humble opinion. So, yeah. I'll set that aside for propagating. I don't know if you can see down there. Yeah, it's just a jar, a rock, a cover pot, and a mirror. Oh, and a saucer. But yeah, I'm gonna move those guys somewhere. I really like this rock though. It's like an amalgamation of fossils from Calvert Cliffs in, I believe, Leslie, Maryland, maybe somewhere over that way, western shore of Maryland. I made my husband and my best friend go hiking over there with me a couple of Julys ago, and it was 9,000 degrees. 3 miles uphill both ways, literally, somehow. This is the dustiest shelf. I wonder why this one, maybe because it's nearest to the door. Things ride the wind in here a lot on this side, maybe. I'm just guessing, but it's definitely the dustiest shelf. There's an S-hook there. I guess I had a plant hanging there once upon a time. If you see me wiping the bowl, it's because I don't want to transfer dust from a shelf that I haven't washed to one that I have. That's why I'm wiping the bottom of the bowl in between as I move it around. These mirrors are so thin. They're from my wedding. I'm surprised they've survived this long because they're super thin. Now I just use them to set stuff on. Take the bowl, Jennifer. This is the kind of glass that's so thin it feels like you could cut yourself on it even though it's not broken, just because it's that thin. There went that S-hook. Okay. I guess I'll get your battery changed and then we'll start filling the rest of the way anyway. And I will give you a better overview here in a second when we're done kind of throwing everything all over the place on here too. So you can actually kind of see what I've done. Because I realize you don't have the best view back there. I'm aware. Can this go up here? I said I wanted to put nice looking plants there, and then these ones here you can't even see. I mean, it doesn't look bad. That cobweb up there isn't great. Oh good, I just used the plant to clean it out of there. I'm turning it where it's like, it's got a natural lean to it, so I'm turning it so that when it starts to lean toward the light, it'll be more straight. It's leaning away from the light currently. It hasn't always lived in this room. Can I put this Anthurium up there? It's Retagging Luxuriance Cross. It's got a spider on it. Why are there so many spiders? To be fair, it did come in from outside, so maybe that's part of the reason why. I don't love the spider. I'm sorry. No, don't go in the pot. See, that's what happened the last time. The cat just jumped up here and stepped on the remote when I wasn't paying attention. What'd you do? I don't know what he did. Boy, it takes a strong person to watch my videos, doesn't it? All the chaos. I was gonna wipe the leaves off, but now that there's a spider in there... Oh, okay, there he is. He wasn't in the pot. He's just dangling. I don't know what kind of spider it is, but he got a fat booty. I'll just knock him off with this tag. No, no, you need to come off. I'm sorry. You can't live there forever. Okay, still not gonna wipe it off. What I was gonna say is this is the Radicans luxurians, which it was a bunch in a pot, and I broke them up and separated them out a while ago. I think I still have 3. I gave my daughter 1, but I think she said the thrips finished that one off. So, will you stop? Still standing on the buttons. This cat. Stop. You're pushing all the buttons. 85 degrees. And it's going to go to sleep. Nobody wants it 85 degrees in here. Alright, you gotta go back out. You're eating dirt. What is wrong with you? Is it gross? I hope it is. Okay, now that I lost my whole train of thought and got all flustered. My philodendron burley marks has been looking pretty nice lately. Variegated. It feels thirsty though. I think I'm gonna water it, and I'm gonna put it maybe over here. I'll just put it here for now. It's not in desperate need of water just yet. Maybe I'll have it kind of hanging over the edge there. It needs a pot that it actually, or a cover pot that it actually fits in. That's what it needs, my friends. Might fit in this one. Yeah, it fits in that one better. I'll go with that one. This little palm, I think I just showed it last night or just talked about repotting it last night. It is dry already. Dang. I'm gonna have to go get some soil and do some repots, but for now, I think it might like higher light than what it's gonna get down there, so I'll put it up here. Maybe I'll put it to the back a little bit because it's taller. It's sitting funny in that pot, the cover pot. This fiddle leaf fig, I got it, I think in the fall last year, and it just had, you know, a few kind of not the best looking leaves on it. It's like a mini fiddle leaf or something. I think I've repotted it since. I don't know if I did or didn't, but it doesn't have a tag on it either way. I got it on the half-dead racket lows. It probably came with this pot and everything, but it's grown a lot. I'm surprised how little problem this plant has given me, if you want the truth. I do okay with some, I was going to say most ficus. I do okay with like Taniki, Burgundy, the one whose name I can't think of right now. This is my life. I can't remember the name of it. It's one of the newer variegated varieties, but it's in that, it's that same same type, same leaf type. I killed the triangularis pretty quickly. Ficus triangularis, I guess it was called. I have had some spider mites on here, but that's about it. You can see some of the damage maybe up under there. But yeah, surprisingly it's done really well, and I've had it in lower light. It's been either on these shelves or there's a shelf back there in the corner which you might be able to see around the side of this cabinet, not sure. But it's actually done okay, much to my surprise, even in lower light. This is the Hoya sigillatus. I just got it not too long ago. Sigillatus silver, I guess it is. Which I had one before and I was fighting with it forever. It never really grew. This one is still growing, much to my surprise. I haven't made it angry. I think the other one that I had, sometimes I swear you get a plant and it's just not healthy from the start. You know, it's just surviving. And I feel like that's how that particular one was. Because this one's actually been, it's been a whole different experience. I had that one forever and it just never did much. This one here, hopefully everything's good. I'm gonna find a cover pot for it, and it's also growing in lower light over there, and it doesn't seem upset about it, so it's gonna be growing in lower light over here now, I guess. I might actually put it in the middle here because it's slightly higher. It's higher low light. There we go. Can I put you on this shelf too? Don't get angry with me now. Keep growing. You'd be pretty. And then I think the last one I'm going to put on the top shelf over there is this Monstera Aurea. Just one of the small ones. Maybe we can get all the leaves kind of facing one direction. Perhaps. Or perhaps not. It's fine. It's still pretty. You're fine. Everything's fine. Does that need watered again? Yeah. Yeah, it does. Everything needs water all the time. Okay. And I know I said I wanted to put prettier plants there, ones that look nice. This one here, it's going to go toward the bottom, where it was in the center there. Because maybe on the bottom we won't notice how bad it looks. I still like that plant. It has potential to someday do something nice. Is that all I'm going to put on there for now? I don't know. I still have more in the bathtub too. Paraiso Verde, which generally should have higher light. Maybe I can sneak it back here behind this Hoya Natalie. If I had to pick a plant that I really don't like, it would probably be Paraiso Verde. At one point in time, I loved it. Really did. But it's the growth I don't love. That and the variegation. Outside, it was all green. In here, it's never been outside, and it's variegated. Go figure. The petioles also are a pain in the butt. This is this Hoya obovata, intervariegated. It was doing okay in the center. Maybe I'll put it in the center again, just down further. I still don't have much on that end. I mean, I'm pretty happy with the way it's going so far. I think I want to move this, though, the Shangri-La over here, kind of up underneath these guys. Yeah. Maybe I can get another Hoya up here. Yeah. Pack them in, Jennifer. What Hoya do I like? Most of my Hoyas are that way. You know what, maybe I'll get that black cat back out and put it up there. Yeah. You can go there. You're so cute. Live, grow. Alright, I still don't know what we're gonna do there, and I think I could probably fit a couple slightly taller plants behind those guys on that shelf. But who, I don't know. I don't have many tall, slim plants at the moment that can fit there, even. Sure don't. They're either really tall or just not at all tall. Oh, hold on. I've got a Hoya I can put on that one shelf. Got this Hoya here, which is doing really well. Pusilla, nabowinensis, I don't know. I've heard both. I think when I bought it, it was labeled Pusilla. Then somebody told me that it had been changed to nabowinensis. But then I was either reading or somebody sent me something, not sure, not too long ago, that no, we're back to Pusilla with this. So I don't know. I do like the plant. I like it quite a bit. There's a few of them around. And I'm going to put it over here. It doesn't complain about any light so far that I've noticed. And I've had it for 4 or 5 years, at least. Alright, that might be where I leave that for the moment. I don't want to put too much on there either, which I've already kind of done. It's just really hard. I don't water much in place, so when I'm taking things off and on, it'll never go back as neatly as it is right now. Not that it's that neat, but you know what I mean? Know what I mean, Vern? I'm gonna put some of my rocks and random decor back. Some of them, not that I left myself much room to do that, here and there anyway. I don't know, I think I'm okay with it. I think I am. I think the tarot cards need to live somewhere else. Maybe on that shelf back in the corner. which I can't even get to for all the plants I've put in the floor. Now I found the saucers. I can't even remember who needed one. I know this one did. Oh yeah, the Raven ZZ back here needed one. Okay. Better. Let me show you what it looks like for now. For now, I still have the whole bottom area to clean up. It's mostly pots that either have been washed or need to be washed. Might as well wash them again because I can't remember what's what now. Yep. Okay, so this was the far section. It's not bad. Not bad. I don't hate it. But this is what I'm talking about down here that needs to be cleaned up. It's pots, plant stand, there's a trellis. Under there's more pots. It's just a mess. The ones that are underneath the shelves, like on the bottom shelf, they should be clean. I will check. Some of the ones here are too. They just came out from underneath there, which is normally where I store Leca and Pawn in a tote. Like 2 little Rubbermaids, whatever. But yeah, so I need to do those. But overall, I think I'm happier with this. That, and at least it's cleaner. It's cleaner. There was a lot of dust and dead leaves and whatever just kind of sitting on the shelves. So this looks better to me. At least it's dusted. We can call it done and dusted even. Okay, so I actually forgot this again already. I have enough to do these 2 things. Alright, I'm gonna do, this was the Haworthia, I can't remember the variety of it. I'm gonna do the palm, the little palm here first. I've got this pot for it. Sorry, sipping my drink. Just because I can't believe that's dry already. I'm pretty sure I watered this yesterday, maybe the day before, but... Ooh, it's got some centipedes or millipedes or something in there. Something with more legs than me. Don't judge me. Or do. I'm not going to pick it off and carry it outside, though. And I guess it's not hurting anything. As far as I know, they eat, like, decaying vegetation, roots, leaf matter, that sort of thing. Maybe it'll actually be good for the plant. It doesn't seem that it's hurt it any, but he lives there now. Those are his roots. So, but yeah, it was just drying really quick. And it did have a little bit of roots coming out of the bottom. That, and there were these, I don't know, do these come from like a tuber type structure, like a rhizome? There were like these balls at the root, or at the base of where the plant meets the soil before you get to the root, like balls that seem to be attached to the plant. And some of the plants themselves were like levitating from a little bit of root. So I don't know. But I don't feel the need to investigate because I don't want to make it angry. I'm going to water it again. And maybe this will help keep a little bit more moisture down in there. And I'll probably go ahead and spray it for spider mites because, like I said, that's the only problem I can recall ever having with these guys. With spider mites. This particular type, anyway. Yeah, that's it. Easy enough for that one. Let me find a little pot for this. Actually, some of the leaves at the bottom are looking pretty shriveled. I'm going to pick some of those off. Hopefully not pick off the whole plant. Oh, there's some nice aerial roots kind of up under that last leaf that I picked off. I don't know if you can see the little nubbins in there. Little root nubbies. So I guess I'll keep picking until I can at least get those sunk. Because I think they're going to do better than the ones that have been in the wind for the last several months. Cut some of that off. Yeah. Okay, let me go find a little pot. Tiny pot, dry quick, but I'm going to do it. That one? Maybe this one, it's a little bit deeper. It's got a old label on it that says cactus with deco flower. I just threw that away actually after several years. And it's only because I kept getting the, it lived in a windowsill. And I got tired of constantly getting glochids spines in my finger, like little hair-like, they were tiny. I couldn't seem to get them out. I did the duct tape thing, but the thing is, like, duct tape works, it gets them out. But also pressing duct tape on top of the spines that are sticking into your skin also presses the spines into your skin, or the glochids, however you say that. And I just wasn't having a great time with it. It was actually, I think it was my daughter's, my middle daughter. I believe she got it, and then she went to college and left it for me. And she's been out of college, and she's been moved out, and all that stuff for a while now. But I just kept taking care of it, and I just couldn't anymore. I just wasn't. I had one too. It was like kind of like a prickly pear, but extra prickly. I'm bad with the names of cactuses and succulents, in case you can't tell. Didn't know what it was, really. Had that for, I don't know, a few years. Couldn't do it. This was also that same daughter, the middle daughter. She actually got this plant first when she was still in high school. So that's been 6 or 7 years ago. 7 or 8 years ago. It's been a minute. But yeah, this one doesn't offend me though. It's never stabbed me once. Actually, it is a little stabby. When it's well watered, it's pretty rigid. Can you even see it down there? I don't know. Pretty rigid. But I've never had to pick pieces of this plant out of my skin. So, and like I said, it was just a little bitty Home Depot thing, but it's been a prolific plant. Everybody's got it. My daughter has it again. I still have the main plant. I think there's one outside. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Where I just cut that, where I just cut the base, the extra stem off, I'm gonna let that just sit here and chill for a while. Maybe even overnight. It's obviously not gonna hurt it to go a little bit longer without being watered. Probably water that tomorrow. I did take the philodendron burley marks and water that though, because that was pretty dry. Pretty dry. Is that it? That's it. I have a huge mess in this room to clean up now. And still a few plants on the floor, like the scalprum, alocasia scalprum. I might actually go ahead and put that out in the greenhouse and let that live its best life for a few more weeks before I have to go and bring it back in. It's a handful of plants that I need to take outside. A handful. But yeah, I'm going to clean up this mess. I was hoping to get more done, but I always think that things are going to happen faster than they happen. Like, I'm going to be productive faster than I am. I'm delusional. Delulu. So that's not what happened. But I'm not sure if we're going to come back and do another chore video next, or I'm supposed to go to a plant swap. I'm hoping to make it anyway. This coming Saturday, I believe. Which is also my daughter's birthday, so I'm not sure if I'm going to make it. If I did, it would have to be in the morning, but I don't think I have a ride in the morning. My license is still expired. I need to get that fixed because I have jury duty, and nobody's going to want to drive me to jury duty. I'm just lazy. I mean, not about jury duty, I don't care. I know a lot of people are like, oh, jury duty. I don't care. I really don't care. So I'll go. It's just the expired license thing. That's how I'm lazy. I haven't got it fixed yet. It's been expired for a while. Couple years at this point. I have very little desire to go anywhere, I guess. But yeah, so anyway, I'm hoping to go to the plant swap. If not, I might actually go back to a different plant store. Not sure. It might be a haul, like a little one, just a small haul. If I do go to the plant swap, I don't intend to sell anything. I will probably buy and swap though. Don't know. Like I said, if I can actually get there. We'll see. We'll see how that shakes out. But yeah, I guess that's gonna do it for me. Long story short, I don't know what the next video is. I have no plan. I need to get better at planning, I guess. But here we are. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me, and come back and check me out again soon. Bye.